All right, we have here a very, very nice Tempest machine. You would call this a survivor because this is a machine that has not been restored really. Physically it hasn't been restored in any way. It has electronically been refurbished, but everything on this is original as far as the cabinet, 100% original. Artwork on the cabinet, 100% original. Control panel overlay is original. Marquee overlay, original. Need I continue? Front of the cabinet's original. Both sides. It's all original. Now this side does have, had a scratch down it, and that's been touched up as best as possible. But other than that, it's just about flawless. Oh yeah, and right here, this has been touched up because the decal just started to peel and crack here, and so it's been touched up, just the white and the black there. But other than that, it is probably the nicest Tempest I've ever had, and I've had a lot. Somewhere around 40, maybe. So this is probably the nicest one I've ever had. I might have one that's nicer, because I really should be keeping the nicest one for my own museum. But the other thing that's really unique and special about this Tempest, and anyone who knows Tempest will already know this, this is an Irish Tempest. Atari was so big in the early 80s that they set up a second factory over for Europe. They set one up in Ireland, Tipperary Town, Ireland. And this is one from there. The way you know that, it's kind of odd because the serial number tag still says Sunnyvale. I'm going to have to look that up and just see if that serial number ties to something that says Tipperary Town. But I know this was an Irish one because several things. One, the artwork is slightly different. Notice how these lines coming out of the center are purple and pink. Also, notice the texture. If I get in real close here, let me see if the camera can catch it. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. If I get let me get real close here. It's got a very slight like leather texture to this vinyl that they put on the cabinet. This is a US Tempest over here. You can see the artwork. There isn't pink and purple. There's some kind of what is that, fuchsia and orange, but it's not pink and purple. And it has no texture either. If you look, you can see how it's glossy there, where the light's reflecting off of it. Completely glossy. Yeah, there you go. So, different texture. Another obvious thing, the artwork on the marquee isn't really even close. It's the same design, but the colors are entirely different than on a US Tempest, which has like that yellow to red gradient on the word Tempest. And it's almost like more photographic. I don't know. The artwork, whereas this is more kind of cartoony over here. So anyway, but that is original. That's the way all the Irish Tempests, I know it because I've had maybe 5 of them over the years. The other real obvious thing is the stainless steel coin door. They only used those from that Irish factory. And I think all the games that came from Ireland had the stainless steel coin doors. I know I've had centipedes with that coin door. What else have I had? I don't know if I've had anything other than centipedes and tempests from there. I don't know what all games they produced there, to be honest. But, and another thing is just the artwork is slightly different. Like notice on this one, how close the black comes to the corner. There's just a real thin line of white here. And just the proportions of the orange and black stripes there. Whereas on this one, the orange is a lot thicker stripe. And there's a big white border around the corner here. So anyway, just a few little differences. But it's enough of a noticeable difference that anyone that knows Tempest, when they see this, they'll be like, oh, you've got an Irish Tempest. Wow. I don't know what that'll buy you in life. It hasn't bought me anything yet. But you never know. I mean, I've still hopefully got a few years left. Maybe something will come along to justify the excitement that I have about having an Irish Tempest. Anyway, okay, now back to this, what's going on here. Another idiosyncrasy of the Irish Tempest is the coin door lights I don't have lit because they used a different kind of bulb. They used a screw-in bulb as opposed to like a number 44. So I don't have any of those screw-in bulbs, kind of like in the old flashlights when we were kids. I'm sure they're out there and you can probably buy them for 25 cents on eBay. I guess I didn't take the time to research it and order one. So that'll work as soon as you find new screw-in bulbs for that. But anyway, this one comes with a really nice coin door. It's got coin macks. It's got, are they quarter macks? Yeah, they're quarter macks. You can see right there it says Oldham, England. Although that's really the tag for the coin door, not the cabinet, but still, that's just another evidence. They got their coin doors from England. It's got the original cash box with the lid, which is nice. It's got the original volume pod and test switch, little accessory thing. And it does have it's got the original boards in there. Those original boards are not currently working. They were working and they stopped. And I bought a replacement. There's somebody that's making a replacement like FPGA Tempest board. And I bought that to replace it just because, well, I want this thing to be reliable because I'm selling it. And those replacement boards are really reliable. And the original board can be reliable, but it can also be flaky. So I figure that way I'm including the original board so that if you're a purist, you can just repair that board or what, I don't know what it needs. Maybe it just needs the chips reseated or the connectors cleaned or I don't know. Or just send it off and get it repaired if you want to be a purist. It's there, but everything else in there is original. The power brick, the AR board, all the wiring, everything's original otherwise. And it does have the original back door. Another difference is just that this has these handles here, whereas I think the US Tempests just had the rectangular cutout here for tipping it back. Anyway. Oh yeah, and I don't know if you noticed that, another nice thing about the replacement Tempest board is that you can correct the pin cushion. You know, Tempest had terrible pin cushion where the vectors were real curved at the top and bottom, but this board allows you to correct for that, which is nice. And it's indistinguishable from a real Tempest. It plays perfectly. Sounds are the same. And obviously it's running on the original Atari, well, it's a Wells Gardner 6100 color vector monitor. And the monitor has been rebuilt, by the way. I rebuilt the deflection board and the EHT module. I think I sent off to a guy that's he's kind of like my expert that does a little bit of bulletproofing. I'm not sure what all he does, but he rebuilt the EHT on the monitor. And these monitors actually, in my experience, are very reliable. I've got a Star Wars running on a 6100 in my arcade that's open 3 to 7 days a week, depending on the time of year, and it's been running for 13 years without a problem. So, I mean, they're reliable monitors if they've been rebuilt. So, here you go. I mean, this is about as nice a Tempest as you're going to find if you are someone who wants an original and not, a one-up or something somebody built a new cabinet in their garage and got repro art and stuck it on the cabinet. This is the real deal. It's got an original spinner even. It's not, there's repro spinners out there. Even makes that little grinding noise that Tempest always made. It's got, oh, and you can see the start buttons are flashing just like they're supposed to. It's got the original leaf switch buttons. I didn't replace them with Hap Ultimate micro switch buttons. And look at the condition of this overlay. It's got a little bit of cracking here, but for the most part, man, usually those are all torn up, so that's pretty nice. So there you have it.